Hi, good afternoon. Uh, I want to say thank you very much for the invitation. And I'm trying to explain this project in Barcelona. I don't know, but I prefer not to explain the project like a finished process, because it's really that it's built. But there are a lot of stories that are still running and going on. So I just choose 4 stories to tell you, and then if you want, you can make me any question. So the first story is a building. As you know, this is a refurbishment project. So this is the existing building. It's situated in surroundings of Barcelona, and I want to show you this image because when this is in 1976 or 7, all the surroundings were empty, and was like the first stone, the first built in the zone. So if we look at there now, you can see on the circle the existing building and how all the surroundings are changed. Basically with social housing from 16th to 17th and 18th maybe. So this was the building when we start the project. As you see, with no much evolution from the original building. You see the exterior and then the interior. So I just want to show you this because the people that works in that images are the same that in the same the same shopkeepers are working now, and they process that we start someday. This is the change. You can look the change from this image and now in today is like this. So I don't want to enter to explain anything about this in this moment. I just want to show you that the building has a story, has a start moment, and now looks like this. About the project is another history. As you see, the position of the building allows to increase the size around it, and that's one of the point of the project, just trying to occupy all the surrounding, what is permitted, which is allowed by legal urban laws, and just to get that, we want to reinforce, to change this perception of this closed building that we see at the first images, and trying to work with different lines or different ways to establish new relationships between interior and exterior. Because we consider that if we see at the first image at 1976 and we compare with today, we lose in this way, in this history, in this story, we lose this perception of the market like a meeting point or like a civic center. So one of the points or one of the aims of the project is just to open that building and to create new relationship between it and its surroundings. Excuse me. This is previous state of the building. Is a typical plan of the market, with all this. You can see the corridors, and I think the program or our client want to reduce this area, so like 50%. So we have to think about new program to introduce in the same space, just to keep the size and increase the size. just forget new public spaces inside of the building. You see uh, the red area is the final area uh, for the classic market, fresh food market, and the other are services. We introduce a supermarket, and we move from the back of the building. These green areas are the shops that previously were in the back. So we put all the activity in the front and in the surroundings of the market, just to avoid this image of empty or closed box with no relationship with the exterior. In this way, we create, as you can see, like a small places, like a plaza, just in the entrance, but also in the both sides. And this part are just technical rooms, offices, etc. In the ground, there's the storage that we have to erase, to remove, because this area is for the new supermarket that we include in the proposal. So we create this in this yellow area is the new storage for the fresh food market, and the blue area is for the new supermarket that we put just down. These are the images from the competition. It was a public competition from Barcelona City Council, and we have the luck to win. You see it, we work with all the surroundings of the building, but especially with the front part, just to get this new space, public space, very close to the new building. See the section. We have to keep the roofs and just add in the front part, as you see, a light roof that I will describe later. And in some way, this is the image that we want to give to the building. It's just one skin, one new skin that allows to show what is happening inside, and I insist to avoid a close image of the building, because now we can control the quality and the condition inside of the buildings. It's not necessary to close to protect the fresh food. We find another ways to protect it. This is a detail I describe very fast. Is these external spaces, just the front space and the side of the new shops, have this system of roof. It's a glass roof with a fail sailing of plastic that I will describe better later, just to avoid this sensation of close commercial typical gallery. And we use this solution in this point and in the main entrance, as you can see it later. The material research is another story. When we start the project, we see that element that we like very much in ceramic. But the problem of this element is that it's not allowing to the sunlight coming inside of the space. So it was not good for our idea to open up the market. So we decided to remove it. So, but it was a pity. And we start to think about how we can use this material, but in other way. As you see in the image of the skin that I showed you before, we try to reproduce this image and convert it in the new skin of all over the surroundings of the perimeter of the building. And finally, we work with, this system is not ceramic because it was impossible. We work with high resistant concrete reinforced with small pieces of plastic to get this image of light, but working with a very resistant material. And finally, adding these glasses of different transparent to translucent to get this perception from the exterior to the interior and all around the building. So we have to work a lot to study how can we get this element, and I'm introducing now another factor, for me, another aim of the project is that we have to keep the market open in every moment at work. So we can't close the activity. So we look for system of constructions that allows us that when we can access to one part of the building, we have to go fast and finish. So all the prefab elements go in this way. This is the other element. It's for the fail sailing plastic. It's in ABS that allows to mount like 700 meters of fail sailing in just one day, because it's very, very light and very easy to kit to mount. And very cheap. Every element, it costs less than €1. So we are very happy to find this solution. The work, I show you images about the work. It's the only moment when we close the market is the first month. Then we make all the works with the market open. You can see how the system to mount all the external walls with these concrete panels. When we need more ventilation, because this is a technical room, we just remove some of red dots to get more free entrance of the air. And this is the idea of the main entrance. The question was that we want a space, as you see in the past photos, we want a very clear and very light space, but it's oriented to north. So if we made a typical roof at the front, we have a very dark space. So finally we find this solution, the glass and then the fail sailing with plastic. There's some images from ended building. As you remember, I talked about the importance of the civical point of view of this kind of buildings. So we reserve the main area at the bottom of the building for a public space, and this is it's a space for the neighborhood to organize some activities inside of the building. And it's very clear, it's not a complicated space. I think we get the images of a very open up space with very light, and you see the changes in every corridor. We are not responsible about every shop. This is these other spaces that from the side, another entrance to the market. So always looking like to be considered like a public space with a good light and good conditions. And finally, just show you, as I told you at the beginning of my explanation, there are some stories that are going on, and there are the collaborators of our work in this case in this market, and I want to show them. It's the people who, our friends and our collaborators in the process. And that's all.